more ancient than mountains and freighted with the memories and dreams of time. An ocean is a huge body of salt water. Oceans cover nearly 70% of Earth's surface. They contain almost 78% of all water on Earth. There is one world ocean, but it is divided into 5 main areas: the Pacific, the Atlantic, the Indian, the Arctic, and the Southern or the Antarctic. Together they can be seen as one world ocean because they have no real boundaries and water flows freely between them. Smaller parts of these oceans are called seas, gulfs, and bays. Temperature of ocean water. Temperature of ocean water. Sun is the major source of heat for the ocean. Motions of ocean such as waves and currents mix the surface water and transfer the heat downward. The average temperature of ocean surface water is about 17 degrees Celsius, 62.6 degrees Fahrenheit. 90% of the total volume of ocean is found below the thermocline in the deep ocean. The deep ocean is not well mixed. What is thermocline? A thermocline is a transition layer between warmer mixed water at ocean surface and cooler deep water below. It is relatively easy to tell when you have reached the thermocline in a body of water because there is a sudden change in temperature. Why does temperature of ocean water vary? Ocean temperature depends on the amount of solar energy absorbed. The temperature of the ocean also varies from top to bottom, giving a vertical structure to most of the ocean. There is an upper layer of water up to 200 meters deep that is warmed by the sun and has the same temperature from top to bottom. What affects the temperature of ocean water? The temperature of ocean water varies by the location both in terms of latitude and depth due to variations in solar radiation and physical properties of water. Here are some fun facts. Why do you think Hawaii water is warm? Because the current is warmer than the surrounding atmosphere. The air above the water converts and forms clouds. The counter current, however it got started, carries some of that warm water back to Hawaii. Which are the warmest water bodies on Earth? The hottest ocean area is in the Persian Gulf, where water temperatures at the surface exceeds 90 degrees Fahrenheit in the summer. Another hot area exists in the Red Sea, where a temperature of 132.8 degrees Fahrenheit has been recorded at the depth of about 6,500 feet. Here is a pictorial illustration of ocean water temperature variation.
In the tropics, the atmosphere and ocean work together to determine climate patterns. At the ocean's surface, low-pressure regions form over warm waters and high-pressure regions form over cool waters. Pressure differences cause air to flow out of high and into low-pressure regions, creating surface winds. Wind blowing over the sea creates ocean surface currents. These surface currents drive a circulation system deep in the ocean. As the South Equatorial Current moves water away from the coast of South America, this water is replaced by colder water rising up from the deep ocean. At the surface, the contrast between warm and cold waters influences air movements. A circulation cell develops as warm, moist air rises over warm waters and cold, dry air sinks over cooler waters. This circulation cell is called the Walker cell. As warm, moist air rises in the western tropical Pacific, its temperature drops. The cooler air causes moisture to condense, creating enormous rain-producing clouds. High in the atmosphere, the air begins to travel eastward and westward. In the eastern Pacific, cold, dry air masses collide. This causes the air to sink to the surface. Because the air is dry, big rain clouds do not form. Instead, small, puffy clouds that produce little rainfall dot the eastern Pacific. Clouds that produce medium amounts of rainfall form in the central Pacific. These wind, current, and rainfall patterns help determine climate conditions not only in the tropics, but all around the world.